welcome to Become Your Own Favorite Chef. Tonight I'm going to show you how to make my favorite go-to weeknight meal. At this point, I've made it about 5 times this month. It is a boneless pork chop. Normally I don't like boneless pork chops because they tend to be a little tough, a little overcooked, really easy to overcook, let me put it that way. But this will also work with bone-in pork chops. But it's cooked in a honey garlic sauce that is amazing. And even though it's got honey in it, it's not that sweet. It's still very savory, lots of garlic and delicious stuff in it. And this is by far the most tender pork chop, especially a boneless one, I've ever had. And it's incredible. I already took a bite and I'm ready to show you how to make it. So let's go. All right, step 1 is to marinate your pork chops. If you don't have time, you don't have to marinate them, but it does make them more tender, a little more flavorful. This one is a homemade marinade. It's 2 tablespoons lemon juice, 2 tablespoons olive oil, and 1 tablespoon or about 1 large clove of minced garlic. Marinate this in the fridge for at least an hour, but I've done this overnight. I've even got some in the freezer right now, marinating in the freezer so I can just pull these out and make this any night that I want. So one thing to remember here is the minced garlic will burn, and that's not good. So try your best to kind of scrape those off as you pull it out of the marinade. You need to use a paper towel, pat them dry, get all the marinade off, especially those minced garlic pieces. That's important. After that fun process, make sure you wash your hands, and then we're going to thoroughly season with salt and pepper both sides of the pork chop. Okay, next you need an iron skillet or any kind of oven safe skillet. Heat it up on medium-high heat, and what we're going to do is put these babies with this, you see this fat side here, that little one right there? We're going to actually, like putting them together like this, holding it with some tongs. We're going to sear that fat side first so that it renders and gets really, really good, and it won't be chewy, it'll just melt in your mouth. So let's get going. All right, we've got a very hot skillet. I did spray a little bit of cooking spray on it so I can see its smoke. And like I said, we're gonna hold them like this, fat side down. Woo. We're gonna let that cook for about 2 minutes or until the fat side is brown. Oh, that looks perfect, nice and rendered. Let's go ahead, place them on a good side, and we're gonna let that cook for about 3 minutes or until that's brown. Let's check. It looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and give her a flip. We'll do another 3 minutes, and then we will remove the pork chops from the skillet and start our sauce. All right, with a clean plate, put these to the side, and we will immediately start our sauce. Now the sauce includes 2 tablespoons of butter. Once that melts down, we're going to add 4 cloves of garlic or 4 tablespoons of minced garlic. You want to make sure you scrape all the bits off the bottom, of course. I love garlic, so I do a lot. We're going to cook this just for maybe a minute until the garlic starts to brown. What's great about this is this garlic's going to almost get a crunchy texture. It's like we're frying it in butter. Oh my gosh, it's so good. That's looking pretty good. So next we're going to add our 1/4 cup of honey. with 1/4 cup of chicken broth. 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar, or any kind of vinegar you have. Apple cider works, or another white vinegar works. And then 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, or tamari if you are soy free. I've also done this with ponzu, which is soy sauce with citrus, and it's delicious. So we're going to keep this on medium high, and we're going to cook this until it is cooked down and thick, stirring occasionally. Okay, I've turned my heat off. This is about as thick as you want it. It looks so good, and it smells even better. The next step, you want your oven on broil, high broil, and then we're going to add our pork chops back into the sauce, but make sure it gets coated. And then, last step, once your oven's ready, we're just going to broil this for 2 minutes, or until the top barely gets charred. You don't want to overcook or burn your pork chops, but the crunch will be delicious. Let's do it. So I broiled this for about 2.5 minutes, and it's looking great. The sauce gets even thicker. I would let this sit for at least 5 minutes, but then when you plate it, make sure to put tons of that awesome sauce on the top. And I hope you guys enjoy this as much as I do. Thanks for watching.